Mean Machine got him into this fight. Nah, he wanted a fight in that fashion. So that being said, Crawford, he stated, there's no such thing as the other side of the street. Agree or disagree?
I want to strongly disagree. So he
said there's no other side of the street, though.
I mean, just because he says it doesn't mean it's true. So this is somebody who is either doesn't know the business of boxing or is trying to ignore the business of boxing. So there were two fighters. There was Lennox Lewis and there was Mike Tyson. And everybody wanted them to fight at the time, even though Tyson was a diminished version of himself. But one was a Showtime fighter. Another one was an HBO fighter. And they had to go through some negotiations. So there is another side of the street because Charlo uses that as an excuse all of the time.
He was like, it's an excuse for Charlo.
What I'm saying is, there's obviously another side of the street because Charlo, instead of saying, yeah, I'll fight Andrade, it's, well, I don't want to go to the zone to do that. I'm a Showtime fighter, so he needs to come to me. So that's saying that you got to come to my side of the street.
But I'm saying, if it's true, according to you, how is it an excuse if Charlo says there is the other side of the street? In my opinion, there is no side of the street. Because Crawford, he convinced me. He said, look, Wilder, he fighting Fury. So if Wilder's fighting Fury and Fury fighting for ESPN, so how come there's no other side of the street when it comes to that? You know why? Because they both want to fight each other. At this point, at least Fury, because Wilder always wanted to fight, right? However, what Crawford misses to understand is, yeah, there's the other side of the street. Yeah, only big fights get made. And Crawford against any welterweight is a mega fight. However, what he misunderstanding in this whole situation is this. You need to listen to me. Quit looking at the comments.
It was
buffering.
Buffering.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. Like I said. But anyways, what Crawford means is like, okay, there's no other side of the street. However, what he need to realize is that Danny Garcia ain't trying to see him. A lot of these welterweights ain't trying to see him. Keith Thurman ain't trying to see him. Because, yeah, he's high reward, but he's even a higher risk because he's hard to beat. So if you on ESPN, none of these guys want to come see you. None of them gonna want to come see you. Yeah, if they beat you, they could enter the pound for pound top 3 because you are pound for pound number 1. However, they don't feel like they can beat you, so they're gonna use the excuse of the other side of the street, and that's why I believe Crawford should have went to PBC, because if he would have made that move, he would have forced them to fight him, and that's the difference that I believe Crawford is not kind of like catching up to. He thinking like, yeah, well, there's no other side of the street. You see Wilder fighting Fury, but he got to realize not everybody's a Wilder. Not everybody is the truth Errol Spence. Well, we got people like Canelo, you know what I'm saying, that he got the zone in his pocket. He got Andrade on his roster, and he's still ducking. Like I said, stop making excuses, make things happen. So Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, of course they're going to use the other side of the street excuse. Of course. That's why it would have been beneficial if you would have went to PBC, because I believe Al Heyman will have pressured them to fight Terence. Because like I said, Terence Crawford, he's high reward. However, he even a higher risk, because, yeah, it's high reward, but what if I can't beat you? Then it doesn't matter.
This is a number 1 pound for pound fighter. If you beat him, you're going to get accolades. You're going to do this. It's going to open up a lot for you. One thing is Bob Arum wants him to fight Sean Porter. He's letting his friendship kind of get in between that fight. So he needs to make a decision. You want to make friends in boxing, or you want to make a legacy in boxing? I mean, it sounds a little cruel in a sense, but you have to make a choice in there. These fighters are not going to fight you. Errol Spence is out of commission for the time being. Keith Thurman weighs about 200 pounds now. I've seen him in recently. He was helping somebody train for a fight. Who was that guy?
Tony.
Yeah. He helped Tony Harrison train for a fight, and he's injured every 6 months. For the Danny Garcia, he doesn't want that smoke. Manny Pacquiao has never wanted that smoke. So fight Sean Porter.
Like I said, that's the fight that's in the plans. Bob Arum came out and stated that his next couple fights should be Porter and then Canelo.